Hi guys, it's Haley again. Today I'm going to be talking, tonight, I'm going to be talking for a little bit about polyamorous. I'm not professional about this, but I'm just talking about my experiences with it. I may give some kind of guidelines or rules, mostly guidelines about kind of the scenario, and for those of you who might be getting into it, yeah. So let me just start off with saying it is not for everyone. Some people are okay with it, others are not, but that's how they are. Kind of a basic definition of polyamorous is the ability to be attracted or love more than one person. Let me say this immediately. It is not polygamy. Polyamorous, poly meaning more than one, amor is essentially love. Yeah. Latin is weird. I lost my train of thought already. But yeah, with polyamorous, you can love more than one person, and this kind of ties into LGBTQ. Long story, don't ask. And sometimes it can involve dating more than one person. Let me put some rules down or guidelines that I really recommend, because I got burned over this. I burned on this subject and this relationship myself. Rule number 1, communication is key. Oh my gosh, it is so important to have good communication between you and your partners. Rule number 2, follow rule number 1. Like I said, it is huge, because if you're not talking to your partners, you could be doing something that is harmful to them or they are to you. It's super important to keep communication open. Number 3, consent is a really big thing. It kind of falls under communication. If someone consents to something, this is kind of like the whole sex situation. If someone says okay at first and then decides to say they're not okay with it later on, that is a no. They are not liars. They're not going back on their word. I had somebody do this to me, and it was really not cool. Yeah, just talk to each other. Number 4, if someone isn't comfortable with another specific person, don't force them into it. Listen to them. They usually have a good reason for not being okay with this. This might be jealousy, but more than likely it's just they're not okay with this. I had a partner that moved his other girlfriend in with us, and 3 people in one bed was really awkward. Yeah. So if someone revokes their consent, don't go behind their back, even though they said okay at first. And if they no longer are okay with it, just kind of separate the situation. It's like you can kind of date them outside of the main relationship. I really wouldn't recommend it. You can do whatever the hell you want. But don't force the person into that situation more than they are. And don't, unless everyone is 100%, don't freaking move them in with you guys. I don't care how bad the situation is. Unless they are physically really in trouble, like an ex is being abusive, like actual legit, like harm has happened, emotional, sexual, physical, that might be an issue. But don't bloody move them in. Holy crap. Yeah, that just, so much shite with that. So, yeah. Number 5, if someone is toxic or something is toxic, I really recommend removing whatever is toxic from yourself, because it can royally screw up your life. The relationship that I was in that was polyamorous, one of my partners was great. the person I'd been involved with for the past 4 years, and like this polyamorous thing was fairly new to us. We kind of wanted to jazz up the relationship because stuff had stagnated, and that's history. But he moved the girlfriend in, and I was dating the other guy. Well, things got out of hand. One night I came in and they were fooling around, and it's like I was having a really bad time with depression at the time due to kind of the situation. And so I went upstairs and grabbed my headphones, and I was kind of suicidal at the point, and nobody knew at the time because I didn't want to talk about it. But they said, "Don't be so mopey, it's ruining the mood." And it's kind of those, what the hell, are you freaking kidding me? And it was one of those just really bad situations. And so I ended up going into the psych ward. That'll be another video we'll talk about later. Due to just the depression just absolutely killing me from that situation. And so after I got out, I cut ties with whatever was ailing me. So don't be manipulated. That is a really big thing. Please, guys, don't be manipulated into something if you're not 100% okay with it. I kind of recommend experimenting to figure out what you want. Don't tie yourself down if you're not completely happy. Like, I thought I was happy in that, but I ended up not being, and I'm much happier now than I was, let's see, about 6 months ago. So, yeah. My current partner is not okay with polyamorous anymore. We kind of got burned really bad by that. I kind of still like polyamorous myself, but due to my partner not being okay with it, again, it goes back to that consent thing, so I'm not going to go behind his back and be an absolute bitch. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about polyamorous. I hope that you guys glean some information about this, kind of get a general gist of things. If you have any questions, specific questions, feel free to comment below. I'll try and go into another video later on if people have questions. And, yeah. So, I hope this is helpful to someone. Yeah, be sure to hit like if you liked the video and subscribe. Check out my pages and Patreon, Facebook, Twitter if you guys want to follow me. Or give me some support because I really appreciate it. And like I said, I need a new camera and a new mic to make these vlogs a little bit better. So I will see you guys around. Bye!